time again, back onto this. It is freezing, so cold. I know I kind of say it every year when the winter comes around, but I've got no heating in here today. I did luckily when I was spraying this, because you have to have it. Thanks to Mo Colors over in Tampa, Florida. He did remind me that I needed to be over 15 degrees in the workshop to spray this. A problem he never has at Tampa, because it always is over 15 degrees there, but I think today it's, do you know what, it's not that bad. It's 9 degrees. So it's not that bad, shouldn't be that cold. But back onto the Ducati, and what I've got today is the QD exhaust. Exciting times. QD, check them out, do some incredible exhausts. And the one that they've got for the Monster is just a plug and play system. Now I believe that this is universal for all the Monsters because nothing really changes that way, but send a request out to QD and they'll be able to tell you what it fits or whatever. I mean, it might be a few little different bends and whatnot, but this is fairly universal. That's enough said. Let's stick it on this. QD exhaust, Xbox. No, not the Xbox, so the PS5 competitor. This is the QD exhaust for the Ducati. The Ducati is here. Don't look too much at that because you're not meant to see that yet. The exhaust will sit right under there. Nothing to see there. Let's unpack this. So QD exhaust, this is the entire exhaust system. This is the back box, silencer, and the pipes as well, so there's nothing to worry about on that. All my exhausts are being strapped. I have actually opened it again. You know me by now. You know that I can't just get things and wait to do a proper unboxing. There we go. In fact, I'm gonna get this out here and do a proper unveil. Let's actually, first of all, let's see what else is in the box. More paper. We have springs and everything I need to actually connect it to the engine. Put that one side. And two exhausts. There is a long exhaust. Oh, look at that. It is gorgeous. I mean, it is a real shame that this is going to be hidden. From the front fairing at least. The back one, not so much. Oh. And then this is the short. And here we have it. That is the short one. I mean, it is a beautiful exhaust, beautifully welded. A little bit of a nice burning texture to it. Put these two here. Get rid of the box. Let's put these two. 1, 2. Oh, this is the moment of truth. Oh my gosh. In fact, I'm gonna put it at an angle. So this is a QD exhaust. This is the back box and it fits directly into the Ducati. It's got a twin exit. One is blanked off. In fact, where are my Allen keys? I don't really want to do that because I want the maximum noise possible. Oh my word, that is just... I don't think there's going to be much silencing in this, but that is great with me. That's exactly what I need. Let me fit that back on. This is the blanking plate off. And the idea is with this, is that if you take that off, it's almost pretty much a straight through system. If you put the blanking plate in, it's then forced to go through a second chamber, which is even more silenced and out through here. So it's pretty much like taking your baffle out. That is what I need. A single-sided exit, which is completely fine. On the other side, this side here, that is where your chain is. So it kind of makes sense. And it's really nice that they've actually allowed that space for the chain to run. That is perfect. You have got attachments and everything if you need to put any oxygen sensors or anything. It has got sensors all throughout it. On the pipes as well. Well, there's a plug on the side. There's a plug on the side there. And on the side here, but obviously on my Ducati 600 I don't. But the shape of it is stunning. It does sit exactly behind the wheel, and that is also curved to the shape of the wheel, which is beautiful. Let me hold it there for now. Let's just swing it over here. I'm going to place it on here. Right, I'm going to do a proper installation in a minute, but just to show you, can I do this with one hand? Probably not. But that, essentially what it does is that exhaust pipe fits just there through that gap where the original Monster does, But the engine fitting down there is then used to actually bolt it on. That wheel is awfully close at the moment, but as you can see from our spacing, it is all the way back, and that chain is loosely been put there, and loose is definitely the word because you can see how much that is hanging. So the wheel does need to be moved back a little bit. So let's move the wheel back and then fit this. So this is it all set up now. So that's going to cylinder 1, and obviously that's going to cylinder 2. Kind of shows that V configuration really, doesn't it? These are kind of loose. I've put these flanges on for now, just so I can obviously attach them. Once those are bolted in, then we go around the whole thing with all these springs. This is a spring that holds that to that. Gosh, that is a fair distance. I'm gonna have to pull that quite a bit. There's a spring from there to there, there to there, 4 springs. We're all good. Let's put this on the bike now. I'm obviously gonna have to take this section off to fit it in, and probably that section as well. There we go. Put that in as it is, and I'll fit all the other extras. And the QD exhaust as it sits. It's not touching that. I just used that simply enough to prop it up as just an extra pair of hands as I was fitting it. I've taken that little blanking plate out, so that's going to be as loud as anything. It fits neatly onto the brackets at the back. Exhaust fits nice there, nice and snug down the middle. The shocks are changing to TFX shocks, don't you worry. Yeah, nice and neat. Even from this side here, it looks really awesome. Just that one little pipe going down there, straight through the swing arm, which I love. Springs on that side, and also there's a little groove here. I don't know if you can see, there's a little groove just for the chain to actually go past. Now I'm not going to fire it up because the bike doesn't start at the moment. I need to put a new starter in, I need to put a few clutch plates, so I'm not going to do that just yet. Also I need to do the entire electrics because ain't got no electrics in it at the moment. Batteries in there. Batteries neat and snug. In fact, it doesn't even have a fuel tank. What am I talking about? That is one mean looking bike. I love it. And that is the end of this episode. My camera's flicking. Why is my camera flickering? What are you doing to me? Oh, next episode. Well, next steps for this. There's a few little things I need to do. Obviously the wiring's a big thing. The wiring's a massive thing on this. I've got a lot of CNC'd parts I need to get, so hopefully we can expedite that. I don't know who's going to CNC them yet. I know the guys from Bangor University over in North Wales. I was going to say Bangor again. I've actually extended the support for those of you in the UK that are actually thinking of doing product design. The product design course over in Bangor, North Wales is extraordinary, and all the equipment they've got, honestly, they've got milling machines, everything. It'd be a dream come true to actually spend all day, every day there. And obviously the wiring and the gloss coat and everything, but we're so close now. Not too far. So subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and you'll see the near end completions of this bike, and also the Mongrel, the R100 and the Myco. See you later.